All right, dating and in debt. Oh, brother, you just described most of the people in this country. They literally have people choosing gas prices over the environment because everybody, if gas prices go too high, the amount of people that are immediately underwater because the price of everything goes up. It's so ridiculous. And the only reason why the price of gas goes up is because they're producing it, not because there isn't enough. There's so many things like that. Like, for half a second, my wife started taking me to museums. I don't think about that for a second. You want to talk about somebody climbing the walls? That's actually not true. I actually really gained an appreciation, But anyway, I completely forgot what I was talking about. I don't know. It's probably nothing. Something about politics, wasn't it? It's about banks. What was I talking about? Fucking NIT championships. Dating and in debt. Oh, that's right. People just being like fucking, the art world. There's I guess 5 families. I'm just going to say 5. And they control the prices. You know what I think they actually do? I think they buy works from unknown artists and then they kill them. That's what they do. And then they say this guy's the shit and then they own it and then they fucking sell it to all of these people. And I think somehow Home Depot's bankrolling them, right? Did you hear they put the vaccine in Starbucks coffee? I'm fucking with you. All right, dating and in debt. Dear Billiam, I saw that credit card debt in the United States broke a new all-time high record at $930 million. Yeesh, that's what the person says. I'm kind of psyched it's under $1 billion. You know what would be fucking amazing? Is if we all just helped each other out. It's like winning the lottery and people get you out of credit card debt. But the problem is people would immediately get back in it. So you'd have to it's all like education. You got to get people, you can't just give somebody fucking money. Because, most people, they're going to get into more debt with it. That's brutal. I remember having brutal credit card debt. And just being behind it. And I was just paying interest and doing all of that. This is in my warehouse days. And driving my old truck. And I had a car payment and all of that shit. And I just remember, and I was still living at home. And I still just sucked at money. And fortunately, I had somebody break it down for me. And really help me out. And then when I started doing stand-up, I started making money. And I got to the point where I was making as much money as a comedian as I was making in my day job. And I kept my day job. And I just, look at that fucking lunatic. Jesus Christ. Was that guy the Tampa Bay Rhino? That was terrifying. 8:01 left in the second quarter, if you're watching this. All right, so, yeah, and then what I did was I paid down my credit cards, and then I paid off my student loans, and I just kept working and working, and then I built up a nest egg because I knew I was moving to New York City, and I was anticipating that I'd have to get a job, and I just didn't want to go down there with nothing. I mean, I essentially did. I didn't own anything, but the fuck was that guy thrown into 3 goddamn Buccaneers for? Anyway, that's brutal, man. And people have to live like that, and then that causes them. Also, according to the article, 22% of millennials are going into debt trying to date. What does that mean? I can see this happening. It costs $100 to go out for sushi and drinks, and most millennials don't make much money because they don't work or they chased shitty dreams while not sacrificing anything for it. Now, see, that right there is when you're blaming victims. It's just what do you, they're a victim of this shit. No, why doesn't anybody look at the fucking bankers for putting people into these goddamn situations? What about the way corporations overwork and underpay people? What about that? You know what I mean? What about that I've been paying into Social Security my entire adult life and now going to come in here and just take it away from me? Okay, great. When there's no more Social Security, can I have my fucking money back? That I paid into it? That you were taking out of my fucking check? That's unreal. And I noticed that too, like after the pandemic, they go, people don't want to work. It's like, or they don't want to work the way that they were working. Maybe if they were getting fucking treated like human beings instead of like fucking animals, they'd be a little more excited to leave their house. These fucking assholes have us all running on the wheels, and then we just like blame each other, man. It's stupid. We need some solidarity, man. Anyway, I know this because I am one. I am one. Oh, this guy's shitting on millennials. I know this because I am one. Geez, I'm 0 for 2 here. It's like my fucking football picks. The last guy I thought was a doctor. He wasn't one. This person I thought wasn't a millennial. Turns out they are. Oh, Billy left turn when he should have gone right there. I know this because I am one, and I pursued the arts as a means of income and watched lots of them try and live the lifestyle without having done shit or earned any money. Is there anything sadder than the guy who flexes when he has nothing? Yeah, I mean, that's just stupid. Okay, I'll give you that. I didn't know that's the direction you were going in on it. Okay, all right. I still believe that shit about banks, but that doesn't apply if you're going out and you're just lighting up your card. You're trying to, well, I mean, what are you attracting to? You got to, just be who you are. Just say, listen, I'd like to take you out for a cup of coffee. I'm swimming in credit card debt, and I need to figure out how to get out of this shit. Okay? And when the red bottom shoes whore walks away from you, just know that saved you hundreds of millions of dollars. Anyways, reminded me of the stories you and your generation of comics tell about being broke and roughing it on a futon. I almost never see that. Yeah, well, you know what? In defense of you guys, there wasn't any Instagram and everybody acting like they had a whole bunch of money and most of them presenting a lie of how much stuff they have or what they actually look like, the shape that they're in, or even just the lie that having a bunch of stuff is going to make you happy. Anyway, I almost never see that. He said, when I started in art, I saw kids, young people, blow through money they didn't have to keep up appearances. I found my place in it all, and I do very well now. I drove a hand-me-down car and never upgraded my phone unless I needed to. Smart man. Those plus a million other small sacrifices, and I'm doing okay enough to not have to worry about the cost of dating. I want to feel bad for ones that are struggling, but it's like your take on those fat people losing weight shows. They enjoyed 8 or so years of having anything they wanted, and now they're crying because it didn't work out. Insert Aesop's fable. I don't know what that means. All right, let's get to the next one here. All right.